Hello everyone, it's Vinny here to help you become your best self. I give this information away for free every single week, so please do like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It really helps me to build a bigger community of people, and the goal is to have a huge community of people all supporting each other to become their best selves. So today is quite a big one for me. I am going to be sharing the tools that I have used to talk myself down and other people down from panic attacks in the past. Chances are, if you've come across this video, it's because you're experiencing a panic attack, or you know someone that is suffering from panic attacks, or maybe someone else is with you currently having one. I used to suffer from panic syndrome, which is having panic attacks about having panic attacks. Ridiculous. But I can comfortably confirm that I no longer suffer from this problem. I think that is mostly because I know my triggers, which brings us very comfortably to our first tool, which is to know, explore, find out what your triggers are. This can be more easily said than done, especially to avoid them after you know what they are. So make sure you stay tuned for the other tools just in case you need a bit more help than just what I've said there. For me personally, excessive drinking, alcohol, excessive drinking, caffeine, they were really huge triggers for me. I found this out because I noticed that if there was something wrong internally with me, for example, if my heart was racing a little bit or I felt out of breath, or even when I'm hungover and I got like a bit foggy in the mind, my mind would immediately tell me that I was probably going to have a panic attack soon, and I would have a panic attack over that. It was so hard to break the cycle of that, and I had no idea where it was coming from because I was being stupid. So I initially quit drinking completely and I stopped drinking as much caffeine. I do now drink again leisurely, and I do have 2 caffeinated drinks per day. But I mostly just drink to excess, if you want to call it that, at special occasions. And as for caffeine, I only have it before midday. And I drink even less caffeine if I've been drinking alcohol the day before. This way my sleep doesn't get affected and I can recover quicker from the intake that I've had. You can use this information to your own advantage. Whether that's for yourself or for someone else, do you know what is causing your panic attacks? From having that information, it's much easier to ground yourself. You can take yourself away from these distractions that are causing that, and then you can concentrate on reality and break that cycle. Which brings me on to my next tool, which is called grounding. Now I would suggest sitting yourself down somewhere because that can stop you from fainting, or if you do, you don't fall very far so you don't risk as much injury. That can also stop you having other side effects from a panic attack such as vertigo or dizziness. So from where you're sitting, start to name everything that you can see. And I don't mean to give it like a Christian name, I mean just to tell it what it is. For example, laptop, table, chair. And as you're doing this, recognize that they are actually in the place that they should be in, and that they are being held down by gravity like everything else, as it should be. Make everything around you as real as it possibly can be. It helps distract you from all the thoughts that are coming in that are plaguing your natural thought process. As you do this, you will start to refocus, and it also helps to breathe deeply when doing this. In particular, ensure you breathe all the way out. What I've found is when you're having a panic attack, you tend to breathe very shallow. This can create a sensation like you're struggling to breathe. Actually, the bottom third of your lungs, which is not being properly processed, is the thing that takes in 2/3 of the oxygen that your body needs. On top of that, you can now start to feel like you're dying, which is very strange. You convince yourself you're having a heart attack and all the rest of it. And that just adds to the cycle and makes it so much worse. So remember to tell yourself or the person that you're helping to breathe in and breathe out slowly but fully. If you are prone to this, I would recommend that you practice breathing techniques in your everyday life. There are probably loads of videos about this on YouTube somewhere. If you do find something worth watching, let me know in the comments. But when you find the practice that you like for that technique, make sure that you use it regularly. This is good to do before you go to bed or something like that because you can relax. Or if you want to do something like this in a slightly more fun way, learn how to sing. Singing requires so much breath control. And if you want to be a really good singer, you have to learn how to perfect that. So once you master a breathing practice, you can use this in loads of different ways. But most importantly, when your body is in a state of crisis, it will help bring you back to the normal reality and a strong sense of calm. There are also physical ways to ground yourself. Personally, I haven't used these, I just know they exist. You may find that those help you, such as holding onto a piece of ice. particularly if you sense that one is coming on, is a good time when you physically ground yourself. But different things do work for different people, and so I would encourage you to go and research about that yourself. Finally, another tool which I found exceptionally helpful. It does usually help if you have someone else that you can do this with, but you can still do it by yourself. It's to find a memory game to play. Of course, there are lots of options for memory games to play, just find one that you like. This is a good way to distract yourself or someone that you're trying to help from the feelings that they're having. And I would encourage you to make it as competitive as possible. Keep scores and try to beat your run through on the second time round. This way you'll be so much more engaged with the task at hand, and each time that you do a little bit better, you will have some positive reinforcement there. And the positive reinforcement will give you the motivation to beat that panic attack. Of course, let me know if you have any luck with these tools. Let me know if there's something new that you've found out as well. Especially if you have any major breakthroughs, I love to hear about those. But always consult a professional if you really do need some help, and definitely if you find these tools do not work for you. Of course, things like CBT can really help you with anxiety. Hypnosis even. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, comment on the video. It all helps me get a much better outreach to more people so I can bring this type of video to them as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.